Hey, ladies and Germans, how are you all doing? This is Caumont.
And I'm RangRoo. Hello, hello, hello.
And far from giving you the usual Steel Division League treatment this early in the week, we're going to push that back until a little bit later on. Instead, we want to highlight a recent one-day tournament happened over this past weekend. Rank's going to tell you all about it, but I do need to tell you first, we are on a beautiful map of Caumont L'Evente. We have two familiar faces, and you know what? We have two Axis divisions, so finally the Axis is definitely going to win.
But they're going to lose as well, Ryokan.
Hey, 50-50, it rounds up.
Alright, so on the left-hand side in blue, we have YueJin as the 716th Infantrie Division. And on the right-hand side, we have Corbeau as the 3rd Fallschirm Division. And you may be wondering, why the hell is this German on German? Well, this one-day tournament at was hosted by Protoshock as part of the Steel Division League, kind of. The rule set was, you pick one division, and you can only play that division for the entirety of this one-day tournament. It was pretty much a best-of-run, knockout style until you got to the finals, which this is. And the finals are the best-of-3. We're only going to be covering one of the matches, just time constraints. But the person who wins this match wins the finals. And because it's only one division, that means you can have mirror matches, which is pretty interesting. Also, there was no DLC divisions allowed, just to keep everyone on the same playing field, which I think is fair.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Now, we were talking a little bit before the cast came up, and you had a rather pointed observation about these two divisions.
Yeah, because these are what I would both consider, like, some of the shittiest, like, 1v1 Axis divisions,
Yes,
to be
sir.
entirely honest. Like, I've seen, like, 3rd Fallschirm do pretty decent before, and 716th is just a whole level of just kind of crap in my book. So I am going to be rather interested to see how this actually works. I mean, these are both very good players, so let's see how it goes. I mean, for Corbeau, yeah, Forrest is going to be a bit deadly early on, unless he has, few flamethrower troops. But neither side trying to worry about tanks. I mean, Corbeau could get a lot of planes out, and Fallschirm in this more open field area will prove to be rather deadly.
Now, one thing I do want to make a quick call out for, though, is we're not saying that the entire, what's it say over here? Oh, we were trying to say the same thing twice in a row.
Whenever oh god.
Oh yes, that was Corbeau,
yeah,
wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Corbeau. He's only doing it with two years time, not like 5 and a dingo. So.
Oh my gosh, that was an absolutely beautiful rush though, and it nearly worked too.
It nearly worked, and then he was losing, and then he managed to bring it back for some reason.
I will say, looking at the disposition and considering how many anti-tank guns that are out, with the comparatively light start that we have from the 3rd Fallschirmjägers, I'm going to guess that those AT guns are going to be very well placed.
Yeah, and it's more of an open field down south, and those AT guns are like the smaller variant, like the Pak-39 or whatnot, so they can get down or get off a lot of shots rather quickly compared to your bigger Pak-40s. When you're fighting against Panzer 06s, really anything will penetrate.
That is, see, that is true. That is definitely true. I know I make some people laugh out there making that one of my catchphrases, more or less. Now, taking a look up to the north, we are going to see there is going to be a little bit of guys doing some Robin Hooding over here on the 3rd Fallschirmjäger side. Not so much from the 716th. Now, you and I did at least come to the soft consensus that the 716th and the 3rd are definitely much better in a team play. But in straight-up infantry, 1-for-1, of course, is going to go to the Fallschirmjägers, but in Phase A, with all of these waves of troops, who has the advantage?
I'd say Fallschirm just because of the veterancy, but especially in close range, actually, the Fallschirmjägers will actually beat those Osttroopen just barely, just due to the veterancy. But once you get to B phase, I don't know, I still kind of give it to Corbeau, because Fallschirm Pioneers, Northern Pioneers are very useful in the forest, while those Italian fry troops are pretty good. They're not Fallschirm good, unfortunately.
That is fairly accurate, I would say. Now, I do want to make the quick call out down to the south. The Panther Strike squad killed a squad of infantry over here for Corbeau, but Corbeau immediately returned the favor, taking out one of those very, very aggressive and, well, at this point, entirely vital infantry squads coming out here from YueJin, and looks like we're going to have a very early break happening from Corbeau over here on the southern flank. In fact, we're seeing fresh troops being rushed in, more Panzerschrecks, more anti-tank guns, and a super early call-in by that ME-109 would seem to be absolutely on point.
Yeah, it's just keeping the skies clear, and because there's a lot of soft targets, you can easily strafe down these IG-18s and infantry units, which is all you really need. And this is great, like, Panzer L6 play. I mean, he's almost going to get his IG-18, but his AT gun is going to be set up in position. Not the best line of sight, just because of the forest in front of blocking, but really, it's just, that Messerschmitt's going to be a pain in the arse.
That's true. What does YueJin have in place to kind of counteract this? And as we see it, watch another Panzerschreck squad go down.
I think he can maybe get some AA. It doesn't really have great airplanes early on.
Exactly.
But honestly, there's not really much he can do in A phase, I'd say, against that ME-109.
I am slightly amused, though. There's AA coming in right about now. Is there more than one? Nope, just more Shreks.
Oh, it's flak Falklands in A phase, my bad. I keep thinking they only have the technical...
I thought that 20 mils. There's 20 mils. Yeah.
That's like 420 mils. I get the truck with 120
mils. Ah, yes, you're right, with the dual mounts in the back, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're going to find out that poor first guy's coming on in. He's going to find that out almost to his detriment. Apparently, he's attacking his own L6. A little confusing there. Sherwood Force is also kicking on off. Up to the north, we have one lone squad of Fallschirmjägers with a Jaeger officer trying to fight off a ton of Osttruppen. What do you say? With that kind of grouping back and forth, who's going to take it? Will it be all of those Czechs and Ukrainians, or is that going to be those elite, outnumbered troops?
I'm actually surprised Fallschirmjägers aren't suppressing them as much, because this is a, you know, 200-meter engagement. They can use them at MG42s, but they're not. There we go, as you see, the suppressants finally get down, and those Osttruppen are finally pinned.
And looks like we're going to have another, yep, first L6 goes down. Second one taking some ground fire here from those pop guns. And the Flak Vierling is going to keep that ME-109 away.
That's good. That's very good. And, yeah, he got the second Panzer 06, so he's going to be able to patch up his flank for now.
But not before Corbeau does take a 54-46. He does have only one lone squad of Fallschirmjägers within about, what, 1,200 meters in any direction?
Yeah. So that's not good. That's going to be a huge chunk of land loss after. Yeah, that's kind of the risk reward you get for doing a Panzer 06 rush.
And considering how immobile the 716th is, in fact, I think that's probably the best option under all the circumstances.
Yeah.
The force has fallen to YueJin, and he's going to try to move down further with his troops to take the southern portion. Only one squad of Fallschirmjägers there.
Mm-hmm. And this is like the tough part about A phase of third Fallschirmjägers. Like, you know, the only infantry Fallschirmjägers, they're great, but they're so expensive, so it's hard to really fulfill the front line. Like, these three Fallschirmjägers in a northern area, that's like almost 150 points, just dedicated to infantry.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of money just for 3 squads.
Very accurate. And I only am now realizing how often I do in fact say this is true.
That is true.
Jeez. Thank God there's no humblers in this map.
I'm humbled.
Indeed. Shockingly enough, we have this very Saving Private Ryan moment here. One Fallschirmjäger squad is charging everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, he's calling some air support as well, so not maybe the most accurate of comparisons.
Yeah, it's kind of like a reverse, like some German Fallschirmjäger dude with a P-38 blowing up a Sherman tank.
Yeah, okay, you know what? I'd watch that movie to see that scene by itself. Just a Walther just like popping it off. Yeah, I'd totally watch that.
Yeah, but I mean, he shot through the visor, knocked out the driver, and then shot the ammunition, causing an ammunition explosion.
Actually, I was going to say the ricochet from the driver's head, the skull popped, mushroomed, and yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I think that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, I mean, it happens in War Thunder, so it must happen in Saving Private Ryan.
Oh man, that game. I still get angry about that game.
Yeah. But I'm thinking Corbeau's not enjoying his Messerschmitts keep getting pinned down. These flak Verklings are doing a damn good job, and those he's invested a lot of money in those fighter planes, and they're not being able to do too much anymore.
Well, it's even more disappointing to me is that we're seeing the L6s being forced in every single direction except the one they want to be in. One down to the south gets picked off. We do have a Kubel MG, which shockingly enough might be worthwhile at the moment.
Yeah.
But the L6s are being piecemeal put into the fray.
Mm-hmm.
And that will not be bueno.
You know, this is just not looking good. YueJin has, you know, ground everywhere. Ostrupen covering all the sections. The Flak Verklin's going to keep his AT guns alive. And he has a bloody Pack 40. So it's not entirely much those Panzer 06s can do. The Fallschirm can't make any headway into the forest. It's really going to come down to B phase, I say, for Corbeau to try and bring this back.
Seems accurate. For my part, too, actually, I don't even think you really even need to bring in the Pack 40. I would say that the Flakvierlings have enough power to maybe punch through the L6s. Yes, they'll take 1,000 rounds of ammunition.
Yeah. I think it's just he got the 400-meter range advantage on him.
Mm-hmm.
Except for the outsupport, he doesn't have the best range advantage, yeah. But he can definitely pop him very easily.
Accurate indeed. These last troops are going to get picked off fairly quickly, whether by surrender or otherwise. I'm actually surprised they're not already being forced into surrender. Meanwhile, one Fallschirm squad is now playing We Were Soldiers, with all the attacking 716th all over the place.
Mm-hmm. I mean, too bad he doesn't have like any, you know, artillery just to try and stun up the Ostrupen. Because these Fallschirmers, even though they have the veterancy advantage, they just don't have the firepower and CQC against such a huge amount of Ost. And there got a Messerschmitt 109 straight from the Falks, and yeah, it's a surrender.
So friendly fire does force that unfortunate case here.
Mm-hmm.
I am surprised. Never mind. Oh, wow. Pack 40 is being seen and not engaging really at all. He might get pinned down. Oh, it was close, but never mind.
Well, the second one's coming around at Panzer 06. Could get a suppression, and there we go.
Well, there's a Flakvierling now. This is when you start... Oh, no, he's going after the air power.
I don't think you can even see... He can't see the Panzer 06s. They're just barely out of line of sight.
But the Panzer 06s can see him.
Now they can.
Oh, the one down to the south was able, I think, to do it in the first place. Oh my gosh.
Damn. This is why you don't mess with Italian light tanks. They will just mess you up.
Well, and there goes half the air cover right now. And there quickly goes down the ground attack fighter. Not a huge loss necessarily, but when the 716th doesn't have much in the way of airplanes in the first place, like you said, every single loss is a dear one.
Yeah, and, you know, Corbeau, he has just buckets of M109s, like Burger King, KFC, Trove Packet, you know, bargain buckets of planes just to throw out in the field.
I'm suddenly very, very nervous about what fast food restaurants look like up in Canada, considering that last passage of communication there. But I like what you're thinking.
Yeah, they're big rings all around.
Oh, okay, gotcha. We are going to be into Phase B in just a few seconds here. 1L6 got his wheels destroyed. A wheel fell off for him, and it looks like he's going to get pinged in just a second. Yep, there he goes.
But down to B phase, Corbeau can finally get Fallschirm Pioneers and Fallschirm Stormtroopers, which actually can do a damn in the forest. And I'm hoping it was the infantry are being brought out, because he can easily capture the forest up north.
That was too early. It was still Phase A infantry.
Okay, never mind. Yeah. Down south here, look at that.
I am shocked that there's just that one squad of stormtroopers, one Fallschirm squad that's just been hanging on in the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
He has single-handedly saved the southern flank.
Yeah, at long range, as you can tell, Fallschirms are not to be trifled with. And it's the same that YueJin can't get his, like, IG-18, you know, into position to provide some fire support, because those IG-18s are the perfect counter. Same with this Char B2, or Panzer B2, being brought in, because Fallschirms can't really do too much when they're being shot at by long-range cannons.
But the IG-18 to the south can totally hit him. You see what the Flakvierling is? You want to kick up his sightlines for a second.
Oh, yeah, now
he clearly had it. I mean, he had it for a very good time here. So I'm surprised he was being as cagey as he was.
Yeah, I think it's just like bug. Maybe. Oh, now he has line of sight.
Northern Blister's getting poked on off though. This thing's getting lanced. Pop gun's gonna get taken on out. There is one Osttroopen going after one lone Fallschirm, and that will be not too enjoyable. But
I know the Fallschirm is in a building.
And he's at air support.
He got the five kill streak and called in the airstrike. There we go. and gets the surrender.
Surrender.
One-man army. You know, he's got...
Way to go, Private Upham.
Yeah, I mean, he's running around with a MG42 and a Panzerfaust on his back. That dude's a champ. Or an FG42, my bad.
I was going to say, wrong guys. We're not looking at Grens.
Yeah.
More aircraft is being called on in. Now, the ME-109 ground attack planes, this is not what you want to send on in. Do you just give away command of the air and just depend on ground anti-air?
In terms of, like, using the Messerschmitts, essentially?
Well, instead of using the ME-109s, I mean, these things are garbage.
Yeah, they worked well in A phase because there wasn't much, but now he could have got the Panzer B2 in A phase too. But now he should really think about maybe getting you know, B1, maybe bloody what's it called, Messerschmitt with rockets. Those things are extremely useful, but you know they're just pretty much just getting some free shots and some ground targets while he has them flying around, and that's really it. And there we go, another G0 goes down.
I was going to say, down to the south, there's one Panzerschreck squad who's used almost all of his ammunition.
Yeah.
And he's gotten at least, yeah, he's got a very good damage. He's got a kill. Oh, man. The anti-tank troops for YueJin have been fairly decent. When they get a chance to shoot at all, they've done very well for themselves.
Yeah, I mean, he's been using Panzerschrecks extremely efficiently, and Panzerschrecks are great. I cannot, you know, recommend them enough.
Oh, yeah, we know it likes their mix a lot. I like big guns, and I cannot lie. And those other Germans definitely can't deny. And we have sharpshooters up to the north too. This is actually kind of nifty.
Yeah, I like seeing some snipers, especially some German snipers. Too bad I don't have the anti-tank rifle anymore, but they're just pinning down absolutely everything. As these pioneers poke out, they get snipperoonied.
Well, we have an IG-18, so
yeah.
Jackson, get out. And it's not going to happen. Those guys are going to get picked on off pretty quickly. But and another flak veering coming on in. So YueJin is not willing to cede control of the air power. He doesn't want to get strafed.
Yeah, that's definitely smart, because once you get into C phase, really is the overwhelming amount of plane J's the major threat. So he doesn't want to be falling behind on his anti-air game.
And another Panzerschreck kill up to the north. Jeez, those recon vehicles come in and they get taken out right immediately.
Yeah, but a little bit too ballsy out, because that's a very obvious spot to put like an AT gun, Panzerschreck, etc. And there goes the recon sniper squad, and yeah, Corbeau's going to get kicked out north.
And the B2 is just shelling the south. Wow, is he shelling the south?
Yep. Yep, and Fallschirm, this is like the major weakness for 3rd Fallschirm, is if you have to put them into an engagement at 1 kilometer, they just don't know what to do, because they just don't have really any good equipment in 1 kilometer engagements. Like, I got a Pak 41, and maybe like a few Pak 40s and Flak 88s, but that's really it. I mean, all that cool stuff is like 800-meter range.
Can we just say, for example, that, not for example, for accuracy's sake, that Fallschirm squad in the middle of the field, like, those guys, hats off to them. I mean, dear God. The flak veering by itself, again, putting out 999 rounds per minute.
Very German.
And the Char, and the Spot Troop even, putting a couple of rounds downrange. And I think even the Pak 40 was shelling them as well. Oh, B1, yeah. Alright, nice.
And he's got the fighter planes. You always want to bring out the fighters when you rip out the duck.
Well, I've heard the same thing about using it on dates too, but that's a different thing altogether. 109R6, that guy is he's not gonna survive this one.
Yeah.
Oh wow, never mind. Turns are maybe there's a deflection run in here.
They are kind of the same plane, so it's sort of an accurate fight.
There we go.
Actually, the same plane.
I said there's a deflection shot that's definitely happening there. And Sherwood Forest is being taken by those pioneers, like you said. So it's pioneer on pioneer. Just one of them are Fallschirm and one are not.
Yeah, this is rather interesting. I mean, it is a pretty even fight. The nasty thing about Fallschirm Pioneers is they don't actually have submachine guns still. They're still using FG-42, so their close range firepower isn't as good as it could be. But they're Trophan squad, so it's not, you can't really complain now.
Yeah, I was going to say the Gewehr 43s are more than enough in my mind, at least to make up some of that firepower disadvantage. And YueJin just continues sneaking these Panzerschreck squads everywhere. I put a Panzerschreck squad on the field and they get taken out in 3 seconds, but man.
And it's funny because he's fighting against like the least like Panzerist deck. He's using like Corbeau's using Italian recon and Italian light tanks.
And a flak reeling just took out one of them.
Damn.
Alright, in the meantime, though, 5446, YueJin is up right now, 516 to 296.
I think the Pioneers up north just killed each other. Yeah.
One surrendered. I guess another one. I totally missed that. Where'd that happen? Was it explosions?
I think it just both blew each other up with satchel charges.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And Freiwillige Italians are in the forest as well. Yeah, so if I am Corbeau, I pretty much have to cede control of that, don't I?
Yeah, unless he can just, start getting some more Fallschirm Pioneers, and he's gonna lose control of our forest. I mean, right now, that Fallschirm squad, he's just outnumbered. This is...
Well, the walls are closing in.
Exactly. If you look at the map, okay, reinforcements coming in. Too bad there's another leader unit nearby, because he could get surrendered, and that's not good.
Well, Pioneers are here as well, so he's gonna be safe for the moment.
For a moment, but those Italian troops are gonna come around and bite him in the ass.
I always found that M38 to be such a strange weapon. Oops. That was a surprisingly decent weapon.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, in real life, it was actually a pretty remarkable SMG, considering, it comes from Italy. But yeah, it's
to our Italian population out there, we don't mean it.
But it's pretty decent. I mean, that's like the same stats roughly like an MP40, but yeah, it's actually slightly worse than the MP40. Slightly worse fight rate, but it's not a huge deal on the end of the day, really.
I want to check real quick.
Yeah, it's like 11 rounds a minute less for 2 guns.
No, but at the same time, I'm checking out the FG42 comparative to that. I guess the FG42 is...
The FG42 is different because it has like the longer range.
Yeah.
It's like a hybrid.
Yeah.
Like a submachine gun and a rifle, almost like a assault rifle kind of. Almost.
Yeah. The German Sten gun almost.
Yeah, but with bigger bullets.
Also true.
Yeah.
Also true. No 9mm for us, thank you. I'm always struck by how minimalistic the battlefield is for third Fallschirmjäger players.
Yeah, I mean, all your infantry is so expensive, you can't, like, unless you get, like, the Luftwaffejägers, you're not going to be having that much on the field, and especially on such an open map like this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not really too much Corbeau can do. I mean, he's just bringing out infantry. And infantry's nice and all. Third Fallschirm infantry is very nice. But they're not going to really do too much against the flak Verkelings and IG-18s and a flak 88. He needs fire support. He needs artillery on the field at least to try and knock out these stationary weapons. Because that's going to stop his infantry. As you see in the middle, a lot of his guys are pinned down.
You're absolutely right. I'm surprised I haven't seen any artillery whatsoever so far.
No, we haven't seen like. Okay, so
no, there's been no artillery.
No stew, no. I mean, it's just been Fallschirmjägers and Italian vehicles. That's really been it.
To be fair, every single time he brings in an SPW though, or the L6s, there's a Shrek, or there's that now there's an 88 down to the south, or there's 2. Oh my God, you're right.
And those. Have fun dealing with 288 here, Corbeau. Those open fields are just
made for this.
Yeah, and this is YueJin's really playing to his strengths well here, as he just is a spam infantry to just draw the fire, and he's using all the fire support weapons to just pin down Corbeau at long range. The problem is like with every single 716th. It takes so long to actually make any progress, to actually attack. So, YueJin does have that nice plus run, he is in the lead, but I don't really see him making a major breakthrough, as you just can't with 716th.
Worth noting that those 88s are probably going to take out one of these ME-109s at some point.
Yeah.
Plus the flak Vierling. And there's a Lorraine coming in as well.
Oh wow, that's really good. He has fire support on point, YueJin. So he's set. We got off-map artillery being brought in down south of Corbeau, so maybe that can ruffle some feathers.
Ooh.
But I don't think it's going to be enough. We got a mortal run from YueJin too, so some more long-range fire support, and yeah, and that Italian recon thing just booking it.
He's diving for that 88.
Really? Get the no
yeah,
way.
Yeah, he could. He totally could. He could take the Lorraine too for this, for that matter.
I know Lorraine may be able to stun it up with its lone machine gun.
Oh my gosh, he's so close! Fire on the 88! Never mind.
That was some Rommel deployment, right? Yeah, just instantly pop down the gun and shoot. Yeah, there we go.
What a smart guy. What a shame.
Yeah. What a shame. It's if he had a second head start, he could have probably got that 88 to surrender.
Now, one thing I kind of wish I would see more often, even from the high tier players, there's a 380 barrage coming on in.
Yeah.
Is I would love to see them have almost like a mechanized column ready to go to exploit a weakness. Like you said, the 716th. One of the best ways to exploit the fact that you have all this cheap, stupidly cheap infantry is to have a second wave. So you pin down the first squads and then rush in a bunch of squads to go and take them out. Instead, we see like these dual pioneers here, right by that now dead Pack 40. That could have been there to just blow open this northern flank.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Like having the reserves, like once your first guys get surrendered, instead of like it's very long, like just retracted front line. But yeah, I see what you mean. And there goes a Flak 88 off-map artillery, definitely being very powerful, especially when it's naval railway artillery.
And that's part of what I'm getting at. My point is more of you have your foot sloggers in the first place, and since your division is so slow to start gaining that ground,
yeah,
you would have the ability to quickly and efficiently deliver troops way deeper and allow your kind of now stressed troops time to recover, time to move up, time to grab new positions. So you're cycling in new infantry a lot faster.
Leapfrog.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, is a much better way of putting it. Yeah. Using the kangaroos more, of course.
Yeah, that's the Canadian tactic.
And Aussies, for that matter, too. They ride kangaroos into battle.
Exactly, exactly.
The animal, like, not the vehicle.
Yeah. Canadians just ride the vehicle. Speaking of vehicles, we've got two Stu-42s up north.
Yes, so we do.
That's some proper fire support now coming in from Corbeau. And it's considering it's just infantry up north here, he can just pick off his pioneers willy-nilly.
Worth mentioning, the 380 barrage coming into the south. This is probably going to take out the other 88 in just a second here.
Look, Messerschmitt comes in, instantly stunned by the flank Berkelins. And is that 88 going to get out?
He's fallen back. He's back. He's on the warning track. He's way back. Is he out of here, though?
He's going to get out. He
well, the Stu is also barraging him, too.
That's a tight angle, right? Yeah, but will the Stu get the kill? I don't think so.
It's going to take him a bit, but he's going to keep him stressed up. And the entire complement of Stus is here.
Yeah, that's 3 Stus. That's... maybe able to get one more?
Death.
Yeah, we go.
Corbeau can stew, can you? I feel like it's like a Dr. Seuss World War II book. A fourth one comes on in.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I mean, it's smart. He probably knew that he's on the fight against YueJin anyway, so you get the Stews because it's a 716 for light firepower. And these Stews can deal with everything. Even at Marder Run, they can blow up. So... this may be what Corbeau needs to take back the initiative, his, Stu mechanized multiple armored force.
His northernmost Stu just got super, super lucky, though. Yeah. Pack 40 could have killed it, barely misstuns it up, missing the stun up on that. And instead we're just going to see aircraft come in and, well, stress them out a wee bit. B1 in the backfield. He's looking to unmask that tank force down to the south, and he's just going to completely wreck it.
Yeah.
And that last artillery barrage... Oh, no, he's waiting just to get rid of 2 of these flak fieldings first.
If he can get both of those, yeah, goes run. The other one's pretty much out of ammo. But
well, there's one far to the north. Oh, okay, no. Oh, wow. He killed it.
There we go. Both down. That's a big deal.
Send in the B1.
Does he have line of sight on the mortar?
Yeah, he sees the martyr.
Now.
He doesn't see the Lorraine, but he sees the martyr. But another flak building. Oh wait, no, that is another 88. So another 88 coming on in.
Yeah, B1's going in.
Another 88 to the north too. Jeez Louise.
Martyr goes down. Is he gonna go for Lorraine? No, he does not see it.
And well, honestly, seeing that other half track coming on up with the AA, yeah, I'd be panicking right now.
Yeah.
And the freaking Panzer Trek squad up to the north damages one of those stews.
Doesn't get a kill though, but he's gonna be a sitting duck here until some resupply comes in.
Ooh.
And...
Ooh, that's gonna be dirty.
Oh, that's gonna get hot and heavy in that forest soon. Jeez. But really be able to capture it after the artillery drops down. He does have his Fallschirm pioneers nearby. As
long as he can keep the mare, and oh my gosh, these guys, I can't look away. This is like the Jersey Shore.
It's just if it hits at like top right corner in the first shot and just blows up all four of those squads, I will die a happy man.
Nope, he's gonna damage. He gets 2, and the pioneers are so close they take friendly fire. That's 3 dead squads.
Close.
That's 5 dead squads. Do I hear 6? 6 to the gentleman up front? No, will not be 6.
No, that one lone pioneer, the survivor, to tell the story.
And rightfully so, more troops are being rushed on in to support that, but
yeah, he needs to just get guys in there now to capture that forest, because he also needs, he really needs like a leader unit up north to keep his Fallschirm pioneers from surrendering. Oh, Messerschmitt's up north strafing the 88 before he got out of the truck. That's dirty.
Hey, I totally would do that too. I have 2 stews right there. One of them's completely disabled.
Yep. But really get the 88 with the stew? I mean, he is... There we go.
Slowly.
But those 88s, they're pretty chunky with 12 guys. It's going to take quite a while. Enough rocket map artillery to clear up that forest. And this is looking pretty good for Corbeau in terms of momentum. But look, YueJin still has that point advantage. It's only 10 minutes left and Corbeau has to catch up to 1,000 points. So unless he can do some major crazy breakthrough, I don't really see it going in his favor.
Grenades coming up between the 2 Pioneer squads, and unfortunately Corbeau take them much less good on that one. 88 does go down then at least.
As a surrender, yeah. Got stuck being brought in down south, so another armored vehicle. And it's looking ugly down south. Those Fallschirms are just completely outgunned. I mean, okay, in the close range. I mean, I was looking at the IG-18s.
Oh yeah, well yeah. I mean, a Lorraine against a Fallschirm is always a bad idea, but.
There we go. Lorraine getting the panic. And once again, too bad nothing like any leader units nearby, because you know those Fallschirms could have got surrendered. Fortunately, it didn't.
Yes, sir.
Well, no. Yeah, Italians trying to chase him down.
I'm skeptical. To be awfully close, but the 5 Veliga troops are very, very slow. Even sprinting at that 18 kilometers an hour that they do. Actually, I never realized this. The Fallschirm are actually a touch quicker than the 5 Veliga.
Just 2 kilometers an hour faster. I guess it must be like the like all the cracks now jumping out of planes. No, they got rings or something.
It's just gravity that pushes them faster.
Exactly. Sideways gravity.
Well, I guess that means that of all the troops, the French should probably be running the fastest. A big shout out to our French population.
Only on air retreat. Yeah.
But alright, in the meantime, though, so heaven forbid, I mean, these players, of course, if there's an easy victory one way or the other, we know who's definitely going to win this. What happens in the event of a tie?
I think in the event of a tie, it just kind of goes down to another match, essentially.
I think you're probably right on that one. Now, wow, is it 5 Veliga? Flak Vierling engaging against that Stu, and the Stu says, F you, and, well, the blue goes kabloo E. It was a long one. We were getting there eventually.
It was a long one, but we stuck for it. I know, look at Messerschmitt, just...
I have to know how many kills these guys get over the course of the game. They've gotten so much work done.
Yeah, and he hasn't even really lost an airplane, Corbeau. I don't think so.
Well, to be fair, those flak Vierlings are more important. They find it more important just to throw a ton of shells and hope that they hit something.
Exactly.
Spray and pray, I believe.
Yeah, spray and pray with 999 rounds a minute. I mean, you're pretty much good to go.
Ooh, and that Stru's going to be dead. Panzerschreck's going to probably buy it, but that Pack 40, ugh, that's disgusting.
Yeah. I don't really see Corbeau bringing it back at this point. It's just neither division has enough like momentum to quickly push. And there goes Stu up north now is pretty much a big part of it. So yeah, maybe in the middle because this is pretty open in the middle. We got Stu. And the Stug does have good free reign, and that's a huge chunk of land, but he needs it now.
There's another 88 coming in first of all.
Okay, good point. Yeah.
But this is the kind of thing I'm talking about though, where you have troops nearby that are coming in immediately. See where he's deploying these Opal Blitzes now?
Yeah.
Super aggressive. He's there. He's got 2 squads exploiting the gap, throwing troops through. And while one of them will get blown out of his truck, the second one can get out real quick as well, and they can both quickly engage that Pack 40 or the Freiwillige with very, very little issue.
Yeah.
He's got Fallschirmjägers there to hold part of the field. Now the Flak 88 is not going to be engaging. Shocking left, he's not going to be engaging anything really. There we go. Finally going after that B1.
Yep. Oh, we got a 2-star Messerschmitt from YueJin himself. And will he be able to shoot down a plane? Who knows?
He's probably going to finally kill one of these ME-109s, but
yeah, I think that 88 might get a kill. Maybe? Oof.
Ooh, another 88 goes down. There's been so much death in terms of 88s this game.
Yeah, it's... And the Corbeau hasn't even used any artillery to kill them. It's all been like Messerschmitt strafing runs and bringing in tanks to try and kill an 88, which is pretty impressive. Also, the off-naps. Okay, off-naps kind of killed a few, so there's that too.
I'd like to point out, by the way, my whole idea of having these massive spread out things, there's now, it went from being 57, basically 43 one way, to being 60, 40 the other.
Yep, and look, it's a +2 now from Corbeau, so is he gonna bring us back again in the last minute case?
Well, with all of these Messerschmitts going in every single direction, it's a whole mess of Messerschmitts, as Daffy Duck would like to say. And with all of his anti-air being destroyed, it means a lot of his viable anti-tank has also been completely wiped. The 2 strokes down to the south have been just doing work.
But it's just dealing with these last pockets. We still got YueJin's troops behind enemy lines in the forest, and their one Pioneer squad is still holding a bit of like ground, and at this point Corbeau needs every piece of ground that he can get. He's gonna need like a +4 really to take this, but that's gonna be
a tall order.
Tough. +3, there we go. So maybe, just maybe. And look, Messerschmitt's doing just absolute bang-on strafing runs, getting at 50 mil to fall back, and the Fallschirm Pioneers moving up north, but with no tanks, I don't think you're going to be able to hold out or make much more progress, especially with that Mortar Un being brought in.
But there's a Stug being brought into the north, though.
Okay, that's going to take a little while to get, yeah, but yeah, that can definitely reinforce up north.
And down south, the only thing that's holding back 2 Stugs and a Stu is one lone 35S. Yeah. He's not going to do anything to that. This pocket's going to get taken on out as well. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a +4 here.
Yeah, I mean +4 is 65%. No,
75%.
75%. So he just needs 4 more % of the map, and he could maybe just get the victory here, which is absolutely nutty, I have to say.
Yeah, because this is YueJin we're talking about.
Yeah, this is YueJin's a bloody great player, as we've seen time and time again.
Though I will say, if he does get humbled here, I'm happy we have Corbeau here as the humbler. 35S goes down immediately. Stug goes and takes that out. 70. There we go.
There we go. +4. That'll be a draw.
Do I
Well,
hear
think
plus
it really
5?
just comes down to the points.
Points on the field?
Yeah, because you know how like in the game they do like the draw, it's like a 5% difference. For tournaments, it's usually just most of the time I believe it's bloody like just even if it's just 1 point over, you still win.
One
It's
that okay, that Stroke to the north, by the way.
Yeah.
Hopping on through, blithely ignorant. Panther Shrek's like, I'm in the house. Comes out, fires 1 round, 2 rounds, and that's dead.
That's good ambush, yeah.
Yes,
that's
it
good
is.
Ambush. Good thing he kept it alive behind enemy lines. It is providing,
But the Martyr goes down to the north. The Martyr goes down to the south, and I actually feel like we will see a plus 5. This is probably the greatest point differential I've ever seen in my life overcome. There's the plus 5.
Yeah, there we go. And he's managed to make so much ground with Fallschirms and Stugs, which isn't exactly like the most mobile force. This is no like half track or Panzer Rush. It's just been.
He tried that. It didn't work.
At the start, but it didn't exactly work. Not like last time. But he's made solid ground, nonetheless. I think what happened is YueJin just kind of ran out of steam. Those airplanes just riddled him down.
Well, it's almost amusing to me to realize that right now, we have as many units on the field for YueJin as we did for Corbeau, for a good portion of Phase A.
Yeah, yeah. It's also just due to the fact that, Corbeau has a pretty big point differential or point advantage over Corbeau. Or over YueJin, my bad.
I am kind of curious to see if we could see a plus 6 here.
Yeah, that might happen. I mean, maybe it's
I have never seen this happen.
Yeah.
Short of my first multiplayer game. But I have never seen this happen.
Yeah. It's gonna get there you go, 92% now. I don't think we're gonna be seeing a plus 6, but nonetheless, Corbeau's is he's catching up. It's gonna be still pretty tight on points.
Well, there's no reinforcement angles left on the south.
Yeah.
And think about it, even if you did, would you really want to come in with a Kubel and 2 Stugs right there? I don't think so.
9. And there goes the 50 mil up north, and that's going to give a bit of ground. Will that be
plus 6?
There we go. That's just dirty. YueJin's just holding on for the last 40 seconds, hoping, maybe the math will be in his favor, but the math will not be in his favor, as Corbeau is going to take over YueJin in terms of points.
Meanwhile, up to the north, back in the Shrek house, he's got 1 more round, and here comes an 88 right now. So the question is, will he take him out? Here comes a shot. Yep, and there's a flak 88 pinned down. But I've never seen this map go 97-3.
Yup. Yeah, that's a bit of a crazy point difference, right? Yeah, jeez. I mean, there's barely any blue left, as you can tell.
Yes, this is BANANAS.
Mm-hmm. And that will be a good game. Corbeau taking the victory.
And as you said before, Corbeau does go on to take the entire series, if memory serves correct.
Yep, he does end up winning for the tournament. He won.
Oh my god, look at that KD.
I know, the KD is bloody insane. So this is only 1 game. This is only a best out of 2. Corbeau won the second game, and that was also a 40-minute match. Once again, we just don't have the time to really cover it, unfortunately, at the moment. But the kills was, that's pretty nutty.
1ME109, by the way, 4 kills, 2 of those are airplanes. The other one, oh, actually, wait. The B1 takes out 3 vehicles and a pack. Yep. The railroad arty was also bananas.
Zeus did really well as well. But it was Messerschmitt, even though I didn't get, crazy amount of kills, it's just the suppression. And just a constant suppression damage on everything that 716 brought up. And that's really is the problem with 716, because everything's so light. So, if you have a division with good high explosive weaponry, you just get taken advantage of.
Exactly. Every problem can be solved with the right application of high explosives.
Yeah. At the same time, I mean, the Panzer Shrek knocked out 2 Panzer 06s, a Pack 37 from YueJin knocked down 3 light tanks. So,
well, we have another Panzer Shrek that took out 2 Stugs and a Stu.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, both of these guys, this is how you play both of these divisions. And outside of what I was saying in the first place about a couple things I'd like to see everybody do, first of all, I have to do it myself, so, those who can't do, complain. But, wow, this is how you play these two divisions.
Yeah, and it's quite surprising, because, like I said before, these are both pretty bad 1v1s divisions, but there we go. They were both played really to their strengths. Both sides knew how to take advantage of it. And it's pretty interesting seeing a mirror match for a change, and considering both of these guys managed to make it to the finals with two pretty bad divisions.
Indeed. Indeed. So testament to them. Congratulations to both of them for making the finals. Congratulations to Corbeau for winning the tourney. And I don't think we're going to see either of these guys for our game that's coming Thursday, but I think we're in the Asia League, aren't we?
Yeah.
All right. Well, folks, we will see you on Thursday with that game from the Asia Division. For right now, I'm Caumont L'Evente.
I'm RangRoo. Take it easy.